Hi everyone. Cohh here with a more somber highlight video. I was debating even doing this, but in, the feelings of full disclosure, especially for my Twitch community, there's going to be some changes that are kind of in their face, and I wanted to kind of, let you guys know what's going on. So we'll start at the beginning so we can have everything in one place. For those who don't know, we rescued a cat about 5 years ago. He was on the way out, but we had a friend bottle feed him up. We then took care of him. His name was Letho. He was an amazing little white cat, black markings, a perfect little black goatee. And for the last 5 years, he's been a huge part of my life. He was called Letho the Stream Slayer, and you know, kids loved him. We loved him. He was always been skittish and kind of kept to himself, but he was a big part of our family. We really loved him. Early October 2022, we noticed that Letho missed a meal. Then he missed another meal, and at that point, we realized that he was gone. And I don't mean like somebody saw him go out the door and we knew he was missing. He just disappeared. He completely disappeared from our house. The problem is that we don't know what happened. Um, there was at one point on the Tuesday of that week, a window got left open because there was a smell in our laundry room. The next day, I got a notification on my phone that a door was left open for 30 minutes, so I went up and closed it. We had people working inside our house, and we had like 7 cars parked outside of our house that week working on an exterior structure we're getting built. There was a whole lot going on here, and nobody knows where our little guy Letho went. We of course put up flyers everywhere, contact our local shelter. He's chipped. We made sure they knew he was lost. We've been checking all the local shelters as much as we can. Flyers are up everywhere. We actually had a tracking dog come in from a few states away to try to look for smells. We've been putting out traps. We've been cameras, everything we can do for the last 6 weeks. And the short answer is, or the short of it is, we have no idea where our little guy is. No clue. And as of the making of this video, it's been about 6 weeks. So the first month, obviously, for me and the family, animals are a big part of my life, and they always have been. I'm one of those people that I can play a game and mow down 3,000 people without batting an eyelid. But if you show me an animal getting hurt, I am deeply affected on a spiritual level. But and because of that, the first month especially was incredibly hard. My whole life got put on pause. I completely stopped my workout challenge. I was walking around the house like a zombie. My streams during that time were very low energy, very distant. And I've kind of had to work through this kind of pendulum of being hopeful and then swinging to dread. And then, maybe he's out there. Well, maybe he was killed in the first week. Like it's been a roller coaster emotionally. For those asking in chat, Letha was 5 years old and had no known health problems. So we don't think he ran off to do that, but to pass away, which cats are known to do, but he had no known health issues. So, but anyway, the whole reason I'm making this video is because this evening I made the difficult choice and process, thanks to our amazing emote artist Julia, to start transitioning the emotes. It's been very difficult for me to have all of my emotes in my Twitch channel be of Letho. There's been countless times when I've been kind of in a good mood or something is cool happened in a game, and I look over and I see the Letho stuff spammed, and I just immediately get this like tinge of like hopelessness and sadness, and it's made things difficult, especially considering that I been doing this for 10 years, and a big thing we want for this channel is for people to be able to just come and escape that kind of stuff. So having it constantly right in front of me, I've been trying hard to kind of just work through it and deal with it, but at the same time, I kind of came to the conclusion, like, why am I doing that? Like, if he's not coming back, then why am I kind of subjecting myself to this all the time? So the reason again I'm making this video is because we've changed a lot of our emotes. I have 3 other cats right now, as of the time of this video. One of them, unfortunately, my oldest cat, Dimitri, is on the way out. He was recently diagnosed with a fatal heart condition. So I've had some people ask, why aren't your emotes of Dimitri? Well, that's because, unfortunately, Dimitri will not be here much longer. So I don't want to have to go through this again in a few months to a while after. But when we did get Letho, we very shortly before we got Letho, we got Geralt of Rivia and Cirilla of Sintra, who are littermates. They are two of our phenomenal cats. They have been really. Letho was always kind of aggressive towards Ciri and Gary. They were buddies, but they there was a lot of friction, especially between Ciri and Letho every so often. So since he's been gone, Geralt has kind of moved into my office, and for the first time in pretty much forever, almost every day when I my stream, Ciri is on my couch because Letho isn't there to kind of like chase her out. So it's been kind of re-meeting them in some ways and seeing their default behaviors has been very interesting. But they're both a big part of my life, and what we're doing is we are bringing Geralt in specifically into our emote set. So you're going to see a lot of new emotes. You're going to see a lot of emotes that are kind of moved over to Gary. We'll probably start kind of transitioning him to kind of be the mascot. And while I always will hope that one day Letho will come back into our life, and I really do hope that the best case scenario now, and what we kind of think might have happened is the day that I got the notification on my phone that the door was open. There were workers inside. Letho's a skittish cat. He may have been scared outside for some reason, and I just ran up and slammed the door shut and didn't think about it, as I've done 50 times before. If I had slammed the door shut with him outside, then he may have panicked and gone into a small area. There were like 7 cars in our driveway, all with their doors and stuff open and all that kind of stuff. And cats are known to do that. In fact, my wife was at a local store, and one of the people she was talking with, they had to go to his van to get something. This happened just last week. And when my wife was with this guy at the back of his van, he opened the door, and an orange cat that was not his burst out of the back of his van and ran into the nearby woods. And funny enough, my wife called me like immediately, and she's like, that thing we think may have happened to Letho? I just saw it happen with another cat. So our hope is that maybe he freaked out at some point, ran into a worker's van, and then as soon as he could, whenever that vehicle stopped, ran off somewhere. Hopefully he's safe. Hopefully somebody found him. He is chipped. So if he ever gets taken to a pound, if he ever gets taken to a vet, we should theoretically get a call. He is a lost animal with a chip, so we very much hope that we will see him again. But the reality of the situation is there's also a very, very good chance we won't. So because of that, again, we felt that it's been a while, and it's been over 6 weeks now, and it's time to kind of, at least for now, while Letho is out on his quest that he will hopefully return from, our friend Gary is going to step up and take the mantle of the mascot, and hopefully, knock on wood, for you know a a long healthy time, and we're gonna do that. So I really appreciate everyone kind of who's the good vibes the past month have been real. You guys have made this a lot easier to deal with than I think it would have been to do solo. I very much appreciate you guys kind of being so okay with everything. I know for the people that have been here for the last 5 years, it's going to be a little bit different to have all of your emotes kind of change their look and stuff. And I very much appreciate you guys kind of helping me through this, and not being like, "Where are my Letho emotes? Why did you do that?" Blah blah blah. If you could just kind of like try to understand where I'm coming from, I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, that's where we are. So you have a command, exclamation point Letho in chat. I've made this video, and I'm gonna do my best to just kind of like focus on getting things going again. I need to start working out again. There's a lot of things in my life I've kind of just, when Letho disappeared, like it was kind of like hitting a pause button in a lot of aspects of my life. Just everything kind of stopped, and I need to start getting everything back in order. So these emotes are a step in doing that, and I appreciate you guys working with me. That's it. I'll see you in the channel. We'll get a lot of fun games coming up. We'll do everything we can, and of course, I will update you if hopefully anything happens. So thanks and see you there.